federal court has blocked Biden's Title IX update that expanded protections against sex discrimination to include gender identity. The court thinks that adding protections for gender identity somehow defies the original intent of Title IX. Title IX is literally about fighting discrimination. Imagine thinking that the best way to do that is to exclude more people. This ruling means that protections for LGBTQIA+ students are now left to states and local policies. And this also sets a precedent. So future challenges to federal civil rights protections around things like gender identity and sexual orientation are going to have a hard time. Without federal protection, some states might expand protections and others are going to limit them. So it's this patchwork coverage of protection. The people advocating for this and cheering for this are not only bullying transgender people at large, but they're literally talking about like one child. In Kentucky, where this case originated, 12-year-old field hockey player was the only known transgender youth athlete in the state at that time. And yet, Kentucky passed Senate Bill 83, which prohibits transgender girls from participating in girls' sports. This legislative process spanned 3-ish months, and the bill was debated in various sessions and committees, and they spent all this time and money just bullying a child with legislation and spreading the most hateful rhetoric and sending the nastiest messaging to other transgender people. Because remember, these bills are just to rile up the base. They manufacture hysteria. They make it up. These laws and these cases and these bills are so rarely in response to things that are actually happening on a broad scale, or heck, happening at all for that matter. We can't let rulings like this fly under the radar, so we're talking about them. If the Biden administration appeals, which they're likely to do, it does not automatically restore the protections. For the expanded Title IX protections to go back into effect during the appeal, the administration has to ask for and be granted a stay of the lower court's ruling. So a stay temporarily blocks the decision from being enforced until the appeals process is resolved. And appeals are likely to go to the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals and potentially to the Supreme Court, which is going to take a really long time to resolve. And in the meantime, we need to stay loud and stay informed, please.